What's up, gamers, and welcome to SIMplieSims. Sit back and relax, and let's dive into a new world together. So today, on our lovely challenge of 30-day Create a Sims, we are creating a we are creating a good and evil twin. The ground rules for this one was to create two of the same Sims in alternating colors, one good, one evil. I personally didn't do the alternating colors just because I felt like that wasn't very original. So I made sisters that were twins, one good, one evil, but I didn't do the color thing. So they both have their own dignified little, what is it called, styles that they stay with, their own personalities and stuff like that. One's a little bit meaner, the other one's a little bit nicer, obviously given good and evil. So just going through all of her little likes and dislikes. I wanted to give depth, of course. This is what I like to do for all of my Sims. It is give some sort of depth to their character. And then now we are working on the body. I am typically more of a thicker girl build just because I feel like it looks a little bit more healthy. I think it's a little bit more beautiful as well. I know everybody is going to be beautiful. However, just my own personal preference is on the thicker side. So I just scale her body, and especially because I do not have the mods that I typically use, because I have body presets that I typically use. We kind of had to build onto her body, and I don't like the sliders and how building bodies work in Sims 4 without mods. I feel like there's just not a lot of freedom. But I did my best with what I am given, hence this whole challenge, and I gotta spice her up with some freckles as well. And I thought about doing some like fun colors for her hair, because I don't typically do like colored hair Sims. I just don't think they look very good. Although I do like that. I like the mint. I think it's really pretty. I just wish that we had more hairs that crossed over when we have kind of hairstyles like that where they're dyed at the ends. So it could be more of like a cohesive look, because I know not everybody is going to be changing their hair every day. And then I just envision that the Sims wear wigs all the time. And yeah, I think we just need more colors. For her hair, I did like this blonde to white to pink. I thought that fit Cameron very well for the good. I don't know, I liked this color against her skin and with her face. I thought it made her look very nice. And then just trying to figure out what Cameron's style was going to be was a little bit challenging, because I had, of course, different style categories that I could go with. And then I was like, once I got to here, I was thinking about she could be like a very successful, like artsy person, because she does want to be an aspiring painter. And so I thought maybe she was a little bit more of like a business New York type of vibe. And excuse me. And so I wanted to give her that, but also, think about that she probably gets her nails done, and it's not going to be super long and super colorful because it is like business style, so it wouldn't look super professional in her eyes to have colored nails. So she got like more pale nails with white tips. I think I stayed with the French tips, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I did. Okay. And then I did white for her toes, or I did a nude color, one of those two. I love that we have like the nude color toenails. I think it's really nice, because then it looks more like a 3D model, and it's not just a flat sim with, shaded toe squares, rectangles, because they wouldn't be squares. And then just trying to think of what type of accessories she might use. So I was thinking more of like the polished ones that you would see in like very expensive clothed movies with like leading jewelry stores and stuff like that, where they're always getting like high-end things. And then for her makeup, I wanted to do a little bit of creativeness with it, but not too flashy, because again, she does work in like a business setting. She does a lot of like fancy art exhibits and stuff, so she's not going to be doing too flashy of makeup, but definitely, you know, something that makes her pop a little bit. And then for her, the rest of her makeup was just a little bit more nude, on the sense of like applying a little bit of color, but more of a neutral look, that's not too over the board. And I know like right now it looks crazy, and I remember going back and fixing it because it was just bothering me so much. And that's why I did the turn. This is typically what I do when I'm making sure that I like what the whole outfit looks like, including with the makeup and the outfit, along with the shoes and accessories. So I do it a couple times if I'm unsure, and then I'll just move on and then come back if I'm not liking it. And that's typically what I did with this one here. So now we've moved on to formal, and again, I wanted to keep that kind of businessy style to her, but I didn't want to make it too businessy. I wanted her to have a little bit of freedom with what she wears. So maybe she wears like an elegant dress of some sort, which is why I was thinking of that, but I thought it was a little bit too much. And then there was this one too, which I thought was really nice. It looked more like a wedding dress, and that's not really what I wanted for her to have for this type of situation. And then I was like, ooh, this in the red would like be awesome, because it looks like a very formal dress that you could wear to like an art thing, but it's still like a artistic piece. And then I gave her the arm bangle, and then just tried to work her accessories with her shoes. Kind of give a little bit of contrast, because I wanted the red, but I didn't want a lot of red, because, you know, accessorizing and dynamics with colors, because that's what people do. They layer colors, I guess. So I went with, oh goodness, I don't even remember what shoes I went with. But I did try to use that kind of like layering logic with things. That way we can incorporate more like of a put together, what is it called? A more put together ensemble of an outfit, because I don't really do that in real life. I just don't entirely know how to put some of like accessories with things, because I think it looks good, and then it's a little like overwhelming, or it's too short for the top I'm wearing or too long for the top I'm wearing. So I'm still learning those things, and I think doing it in Sims a little bit helped, because then I can kind of get an idea and a feel for different things. And so that being said, I did change her hair. I just wanted to be able to use a consistent hair with her. And then I was like, she could have fun colors, but maybe she has grown out of that. And she's going for a more like, again, like the business New Yorker put together ensemble. And I know like New York style is very flashy and honestly amazing art wise, but Sims is limited, so I couldn't really do that. But we tried to put her necklace and her earrings together, which I think went really, really well, and then just kind of incorporate some other tones of things, so it's not just her wearing red and only red. And then I thought about that last makeup with the red, but I didn't think that she would particularly wear something that crazy for a formal piece. You would think that it would be a little bit more toned down and like accessory focused. So I went with this more cat eye look, and then I think the liner pairs with this really well, so thank you, EA. And then I wanted to give her the blush that goes across her nose a little bit. And you will see me go back and forth a few times on certain makeups and things, just because I'm undecisive with how I wanted her to look like that, you know? So, and then I also have the idea of like, okay, well, she's going to get ready for an event, so she's going to change her hair, she's going to do her makeup, she's going to whatever. And so trying to do a different hairstyle with such limited cohesive options is kind of hard, but I liked that little curled bang piece too. So I'm glad that we at least have that for this. And then for active wear, we have this headband updo with the bangs as well. So that's really nice. I thought she would probably wear like a long sleeve crop with pants, and then just very basic running shoes, because a good pair of running shoes is gonna go a long way. You don't gotta spend a lot of money on that. And then a button down long sleeve satin to sleep in. And I was like, she might put her hair up for bed, and so I was looking for something that would work with the length. So I'm glad that I found those braids. And then for party, I don't even remember what I was thinking for party. And then I found this hairstyle and I thought it was super cute. And I was like, I need to use this on somebody else. I need to use this eventually because I think it's pretty awesome. I love all the layers. And then there's that dress again, which I was going to go for. And I was like, wait, no, we're challenging, going out of comfort zone. And that is another favorite. These two are very big, like dresses that I very much enjoy. They're just super cute, and I feel like they go for pretty much anybody. And then now for her full ensemble of it, I'm I'm trying to use tights a lot more with dresses too, because that is something that I do struggle with, of just accessorizing for more modest, because I don't think about it. I'm like, well, they're wearing a dress, it's covering, and then I don't think about, oh, well, like you would wear tights and shorts and stuff like that, which is another new thing that is in Sims, so I think that's why I forget. And then I was going to try and make this makeup work, because I liked the little freckles and the stars, and I thought it was fun, but I wanted something more muted and green, kind of like that blue one, but just with green instead of where the blue was, but I couldn't find one, and then it was just making her look like a clown, so I decided, never mind, go with the lovely cat eye, which you can never really go wrong with because it just looks nice. And then the cat eye liner as well, and then I was going to do some sort of like fun blush, but I couldn't really find one I enjoyed to work with her specific facial features, and so I kind of just went a little bit more I don't know. I was indecisive for a lot of the makeups that I was giving her. So, I mean, I don't know. I feel like EA's makeup, we just don't get a lot with. And I'm sure there's a lot of you who can work with what EA gives us, but I don't think there's enough. There's definitely not enough blush. There's only 8. There's not enough. And a lot of them are very alien based. So, we definitely need more. But I couldn't get the right color for what I was looking for. It was like making her look super pale. And I think I gave up at one point because I couldn't get it to where I wanted to be. So that's why I went to swimwear. And then For swimsuits, again, same thing, very modest. Maybe a little cheeky was what I was thinking, but I didn't really like any of them, so I just went with the flower with the yellow, which I think looks super cute. And then for hot weather, I was gonna give her that romper, but I liked this on her a little bit more. I liked the peach color. I think it looked very nice. And then gave her those cute little wedges. And then for winter, I liked what was kind of already auto-generated. I think I just changed the color, if I remember correctly, on top of giving her a beanie and taking off some of her like gloves and rings and things. But I was happy that I liked this kind of wrap down full piece. And then here I am going back through for the makeup. So once I'm done going back through the makeup, I'll come back in and we will, I believe, be back on person 2, which I don't want to spoil quite yet. Some of these videos in this 30-day Create a Sim challenge are going to be kind of hidden, so that way you're not really seeing what is being made or being told what is being made. You're kind of just being given the category, and then when you watch the video, you get the surprise of what or who it is. So I thought that would be kind of fun. And then going back through and making sure we have all the accessories on Cameron as well. And then here I am creating Cameron's twin. That way we could do the evil side. And I wanted to do like, what is it? Not identical twins, but fraternal twins. It is a lot harder to make identical twins in The Sims 4. It was so easy in The Sims 3. You could just copy a sim and paste it into the extra sim slot. So I missed that a lot. But I think Scarlet was pretty close right from the randomization. And so I was looking at Cameron's things and was trying to do like the complete opposite of her. So she was like a painter, she loves the outdoors, she's self-assured, and she's good. And I think all I remembered was that she was good. And for her aspirations, I just did the opposite one to painter, which is knitting. And then I was like, self-assured is typically confident, and I was like, genius, I guess I'll just give that to her, because I wasn't gonna go search through I didn't want her to be like evil and sad. So I at least wanted her to be like in a good mood, but just not a good person. So I took Genius and Perfectionist. Genius was just to throw in there as a wild card, and then Perfectionist just because, I don't know, perfectionism makes you angry. So I was playing into that a bit. And then working out my body scale for what I typically do. I made her a little bit thicker because why not? And then for her, I did more of, streetwear for her. Since Cameron was very New York street fashion, or business fashion, I did kind of like street fashion for Scarlett. Not necessarily New York, just more of like flashy street style mixed with a little bit of likes to show herself off. I don't know. I didn't really have anything in mind. I was just trying to put together a cute outfit, to be honest. And then I liked these shoes from For Rent. They're like woven sandals, which I think are really cool. And then I was like, well, Cameron has long hair, so Scarlett's got to have, or Cameron has short hair, so Scarlett has to have long hair. And then just going through each of the outfits to try and pick out her hair, get rid of her accessories. And I also did the opposite with Scarlett as well, where Cameron has a lot of accessories, Scarlett does not. Cameron wears a lot of makeup, or does put makeup on. Scarlett really doesn't. So it's only when like it's like formal events is when I think she has makeup on, but besides that, there's no makeup at all. And then I kind of gave them matching nails because why not? And then I liked this dress. I just think these colors together are really pretty. And I'm pretty sure that's gold, so I went with gold shoes and then gave her some small earrings that I could find. But then we went with these ones because they're just more like simple jewelry, and we definitely need more of that in base game as well. So her activewear I liked quite a lot, but I wanted to find something different for what was it for? I think it was, oh actually yeah, no, nothing. I just immediately found hair I liked and liked what was put together, and there you go. And then trying to figure out what to put her hair in for bed, and then hairstyle for party, because I didn't want it to be the same as every day. But I wanted something long, and again, just it's hard to find cohesive pieces with long hair, or side swept bangs, or non-metal parts and stuff like that. We just need more that match each other, or even dyed hair. Like, we just don't have a lot that matches each other. And I don't like my sim having one hair style for their every outfit, because that's just not fun. You wouldn't want every hair or one hair for every outfit. I mean, or maybe you would, but that's just me. I would not. Oh yeah, no, I did go through and just do her hair and her accessories, and then I went back through to do her outfits. And then I was trying to find these specific sneakers, but every single time I go to find them and use them, I always can never find them. I don't know if you guys go through the same thing, but I can never find the shoes that I'm looking for athletic. And they're like the perfect athletic shoes. But I just settled with those ones from Outdoor Retreat. The one with the vacation homes in the forest for camping. And then I liked the idea of these clunky heeled high heels, but I just don't like how boxy they are. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but they do not look good. They make the feet look scary. And then I don't know about you guys, but those sandals too are like morphing the feet. I hope it's not just me, but I don't even know what shoes those are from. And every single time I come across them, I always forget to go look at them to see like which ones they are so I can report it. But my brain doesn't hold on to that information for some reason. Also, I ended up copying and pasting the shoes and the socks to every outfit, and I really didn't want to go back through and do them. So, I don't know if you guys catch stuff like that too, and you just try to use the back until you remember before you press that button. But it is a lifesaver that we can do that, because sometimes my brain is not thinking and I just do apply all and I forget that you got to select which outfits. And then I screw my whole build up. And I love this sweater and pants set. Like, I think it's so cute. Perfect. And that is Scarlett and Cameron. So I apologize for any issues that you guys receive for my videos, or any delays. This week has been very busy and a lot of things, so I will do my best to get them out each day. It may not be at a consistent time. I was having issues uploading videos a little bit this week, so just bear with me. But simulation over. The fun never stops on SIMplieSims. Thank you so much for watching, and go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. Thank you for watching Day 8 Good and Evil. Bye!